In light of recent events, corporations have made it a point to align themselves with the Black Lives Matter movement. Some have done so fairly well, i.e. statements from leadership at Target and Apple CEO Tim Cook, and some not so well. Let's take a look at a few of the vaguer corporate statements that seem like they're actionable and translate them into what these companies and CEOs really mean.
We are listening, we are learning, we are acting.
Translation: we won't follow you around the store when you just want to buy a scented candle in peace.
You deserve better, and we commit to doing better.
Translation: we will no longer sell novelty games like Ghetto-opoly or plagiarize Native American art to put on underpants.
Black Lives Matter. Support the movement.
Translation: we haven't even linked Black-owned businesses to our site. We're only here to help Ainsley and Mackenzie make mood boards of wedding cakes.
It's time for our leaders to speak up.
Translation: it's time to recenter white people and our feelings in the conversation about the value of Black lives.
Recent events have shined a light on a topic that demands more attention.
Translation: we're just saying something so you don't cancel us.
Our eyes, ears, and hearts are open.
Translation: but not our wallets.
Our country needs healing.
Translation: we still haven't figured out how to rebrand those racist pancakes.
We don't have the answers, but we do know that we want to be part of the change.
Translation: we recently bought a share in Goya Food Stock. We didn't know.
L'Oreal champions diversity.
Translation: see, we're trying. Our shade range includes eggshell, mother of pearl, nude, buff nude, ivory, porcelain, chantilly lace, olive, and now mocha brown.
We will not rest on statements, because words without actions are void.
Translation: this is literally just a statement.
We will work harder than ever before to build bridges, to promote equality, to stand up for what's right, to value all people.
Translation: our PR firm wouldn't let us say All Lives Matter on our Facebook page.
We, the NFL, admit we were wrong not listening to NFL players earlier. Encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest.
Translation: okay, we fucked up. And we admit that if instead of Black players it had been Tom Brady who knelt, we would have jizzed ourselves silly. Our bad.
Together we stand in solidarity with the Black community, our employees, customers, and partners in the fight against systemic racism and injustice.
Translation: 85% of our Black employees hold unskilled jobs, mainly in warehouses where worker mistreatment is well documented. But please keep buying our shit. I'm on the way to $1 trillion.
In conclusion, a true ally will understand that it's really important to say what you mean. The Black Lives Matter movement is not just a trend. People's actual lives have been and are still at stake. Don't just rely on a hollow statement for the sake of falling in line. Put real action behind those words to implement the systemic changes we all need for the world to be a more equitable place. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter and until you show us that you value our lives as well.
In other words, stop being racist.